What's going on, guys? It is Shadow bringing you guys another video. It's been a little bit. Last week all my locals were pretty much canceled, so today's my first day back. So playing the Smoker, which is what won the community poll, as you guys did see. Playing Uta. I started off with a brand new, ended up finding a Sengoku. Whiffing that Moria into the trash was unfortunate, but the Rebecca, don't mind. We want to see the Rebecca there for a Moria play. Uta just attaches all the Dons, swings 8, and finds a chopper. So Uta's ability is attach 1 Don, swing. If it is a film card, add it to hand. If not, bottom deck it. So, and Smoker is Don, attach, activate main, give something -1. If there's a 0 cost on the field, you get an extra 1,000 for the turn. So, pretty good. I did do a Kuzan to draw 1, and you do see Uta swing 6, reveals a Gordon, which is a blocker, and adds it to hand. I give her a 2K. And then she does Brook to Gordon. So flooding the field. Unfortunately, does not have a like an Usopp or something to be able to establish an extra body. And you do see here, I do play Sengoku, and Sengoku's an on-play trash 2 Navy cards, draw 3, which is great. It's a good way to filter out to find pieces you need, and it replaces itself. So you're basically neutral on your hand size. And you do see here, I attach a Don. Well, looks like I'm considering on what exactly to do. If I attach a Don and reduce Brook by 1, but I forget I have the Kuzan. So I do swing 5 with the Kuzan to leader, reducing the Brook by 4. And then I do leader ability, which now sees that, and I'm swinging for 7. And here she contemplated. It's been a minute since she's played, but she was very scarred by Rob Lucci because that's what I used to play. So she was expecting a Lucci and decides to let the blocker go so that it's not wasted. But I end up playing a Rebecca and then grabbing a... I forgot what I grabbed there. But I end up playing out the Brook. And Brook will KO Brook since it is a 1. I had to grab something that's 3 costs or up. 3 to 7 with Rebecca. So I couldn't grab like a Sengoku or a brand new from the trash. Not sure if... Is that what I grabbed? So I just reviewed it. It was a T-bone that I grabbed. So basically at this point, we're pretty set with the board. If she tries to swing at the Brook, I have the Rebecca to block. And again, I don't care for it because Mario will bring back the Rebecca. Rebecca's more useful in the trash than in hand. So at this point, in a really rough spot, because the Kuzan sticks, I can continuously give a -4. And you see, she does use backlight to get rid of Kuzan, which is the right thing to get rid of, to be honest. And 5 Don left. Not sure what else she could play. Maybe another Brook. But she's going to start off with a 6K swing to my own Brook. Gets a shank from the top. I do give her the Rebecca because I'm not going to give her 3K encounter. And then that taps 4. And it plays out an Uta. And this Uta is a trash a film card, attach a rested Don to your leader. So a good way to kind of activate leader ability on your 7 Don turn with the Luffy to Uta play. But unfortunate for her, I do have Jack. I do the Don minus on the Uta. Use Jack ability to draw 1 and trash 1. So again, Jack is now allowing me to filter my hand and KOing a body. And then I just swing for 6. Which gives me a 2K chopper. But yeah, at this point, our board is pretty well established to the point where she could play out anything and I should be able to remove it, especially with this Jack on the field. So she decides to swing 5. I give her a 2K. Don't want to take too much health. And here she's going to tap 9 and play out the Shanks. And Shanks is honestly the only thing that can out the Jack right now. Oh, she doesn't do Shanks. She does Kid. And honestly, Shanks would have probably been the better thing to do. But she does do the Kid to play out the Usopp. So the spoiler alert, Shanks will come later. But establishing this Eustace Kid is good in any other situation if I did not have Jack at this point. I pretty much, all it would take is an Ice Age and then Jack can remove the 8 cost Kid. Not having Rosinante on the field, obviously this deck doesn't really run it. It's a lot easier to get rid of it. And you see here, I'm contemplating what exactly to do. I do have a Don attached to leader now, so I can give the -1 reduction. But I am planning out a Moria play, and you see there off to the side, I grab a Rebecca, Hina, and a Suru, just so I can kind of math out what I need to do. But I'm going to use Jack to pop the Usopp here in a second. Yep, you do see that. And that's just so that I can remove the Usopp off the field, because with the Moria, you're going to see some nasty combo right here. I'm going to use the Moria to bring back Rebecca. Rebecca will grab Hina. Oh, Rebecca and Suru. Suru will give a -2 to the kid, bringing it down to 6. Then the Rebecca, I'm going to grab Hina, which will allow me to play the Hina out with Rebecca's second ability to give another -4 reduction to the kid, bringing it down to a 2 cost. Then leader ability will bring it down to a 1. And then Brooke will swing and give it the last -1 to bring it to a 0, and then pop it with Brooke's ability. So full board removal. If she would have played the Shanks that got rid of the Jack, Jack would have gotten off the field. I still potentially would have been able to get rid of the Shanks. But you do see I barely got rid of the 8-cost kid right there. So it just depends. If she would have went Shanks, Jack's off the board. Potentially Shanks would have stood an extra turn. But yeah, absolutely crazy combo that, Rebecca and Gecko could do. She does decide to swing 6 at the Brooke. Again, I give her the Rebecca. Rebecca just won her in the trash. Brooke is running wild right now. And here you go. Now she's going to tap 9, play out the Shanks, which will pop the Jack. Unfortunate, but that is the card that needed to go the turn prior. But yeah, Smoker is a callback for me. I used to play this deck in OP2, and it's very fun to pilot it all over again. You do see there I am using a proxy, which I got from Cardi Kaizuko cards, I believe. I got it for my birthday. Also using the Dueling Guard deck mat. As you guys saw at the beginning of the video, you guys can get 5% off Dueling Guard using code SGTCG. So I always like to bring that up to you guys so you guys have that as an option. But yeah, while I'm over here thinking, I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of this Shanks. I did use an Ice Age, and I do one more cost from my leader to give it another -1 to bring it down to a 3 cost, because 5 + 1 is 6 minus the 9, 3, which now puts it in range for Kobe to pop it, trashing a T-Bone. The other thing I was considering doing, which you did see I had 5 Don, was potentially a Tashigi, which is an on-play -4 if your leader is a Smoker, and then you can trash a 0 cost. But looks like I'm trying to get more value off what I can potentially play, so I do swing 6 at her, then I swing 7 with Hina, 9 with Moria, which I believe she's going to take this, yep, and I tap 3 and establish a second Brook. So instead of playing out the Tashigi this last turn, I figured 2 Brooks on the field is going to be better, because then worst case is I can still establish the Tashigi next turn, but I'll have the extra 3 reduction from the 2 Brooks and my leader, which I can get rid of a 7 cost for free. It's kind of crazy to say. At this point, she pretty much has given up. It's a really rough situation. Every time she's established the body, I have been able to answer it and remove it. Nothing has stuck for longer than a turn, which is crazy work. I absolutely drew the nutsack in the Smoker deck this matchup. But she's going to swing, I believe, 8 here. To Hina, yeah, and Hina goes, she gets a 2k, and then it's going to play a 7 cost Luffy to a Brook, and then Brook's going to play out something else. But at this point, I pretty much have the removal. And you're going to see here, she's going to, establish that, and a Katakuri. But I'm going to just play out the Tashigi, give the Luffy a -4, then I'm going to swing 5 with the Brook, give it a -1. 5 with the other Brook, give it another -1. And then use my leader ability to give it... Oh, I used to see I do Sengoku, but what I say is going to happen. And then the leader ability to bring it to a 0, which will give me the extra 1k buff. And then I just end up getting it from there. She could have blocked the Luffy, but again, at that point, it was kind of just demoralizing of continuous board removal, so I don't blame her. But yeah, you're going to see here just the reduction and the little swings, and then the more is going to go on for the game. But as always, if you guys like the content, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, like the video, comment down below what you guys thought of the match, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.